Hey Sports Center members, in this video we're going to be talking about the rowing machine. This is a really great machine for cardio, but it is a machine that has a lot of room for error, and I'll talk about why in just a second. First thing you want to do on this machine is go ahead and sit on this gliding pad right here. So you're going to sit, you're going to strap yourself in to the straps. So the feet go in here, you can adjust the foot pedal right here. There's a few notches that you can take and adjust if you need. So I'm just gonna go ahead and strap myself in. Also, before we get started, I should mention there is a resistance level that you can adjust here. So there is this arrow that you can adjust from 1 to 10. Basically, it's gonna give you a lot more resistance each pull. Now, this rowing machine is meant to mimic rowing in a boat in the water, so you're gonna feel like the harder you pull, you're gonna feel more of that resistance. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people are not really pulling so hard, they're pulling at a relatively constant speed and tension, and they don't really feel the effect, the cardio effect, because they're going real easy and real slow on here. In a second, when I go ahead and demonstrate, you're gonna see that I'm gonna start pulling hard, like I'm literally trying to move a boat, and you're gonna see that each pull is gonna become really hard depending on how hard I pull and how fast I pull. So another thing to look at is that there are different options for performing this workout. So first thing you're gonna have to do is turn it on by using this handle here. So this handle, you're gonna want to start moving it, and then it'll kind of bring energy towards this. So you can just start going if you want. You can literally just start rowing, or you can choose one of the menu options and choose one of the specific workouts. There's workouts for time, there's workouts for racing your previous time. So play around with the different workouts, see what you want to do. But if you want, you can just get started. In terms of form, you want to brace your core. A lot of people, this part is where they're going to go wrong. They're going to be hunched over. You want to make sure your elbows, when you pull, they go towards your ribs, and you're also going to be pushing away as you pull. So you don't want to separate those two movements. You want them to be one movement. So as I come in, kind of straight back, brace core, I push out, it's like a squat, and as I push out, I am bringing my elbows back, squeezing my shoulder blades together, and I allow myself to come forward again. These straps being tight is going to really help with that. And I pull, breathe out, pull, breathe out, pull, breathe out, as I'm pushing or squatting this whole time. So see how I'm breathing out as I bring my elbows in, and as I'm doing all of that, I'm also pushing. Sometimes you'll see people kind of not get the coordination right on it. So practice is going to make perfect. So you want to make sure you practice on it if you want to get good at it. Also, you don't want to lean back too much. You want to make sure to keep your body relatively upright if you can, and just make sure that you're not using your low back to really bring that weight forward. Start at a lower resistance, build your way up, and keep track of your progress, because ultimately that's going to be the best way to gauge how well you're doing in your cardio training. Maybe set something that's consistent, like the time, see how far you get, or you can go for a distance and see how long it takes you to get to your distance. So ultimately you want to have some variables you can measure so you can gauge your progress. Anyways, those are my tips for the rowing machine. I hope you have a good time training on it.